What's going on? Let me know if you guys can hear me good. All praises to the Most High always. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to wherever you are tuning in. Um, yeah, guys, look, things are heating up. Things are really getting serious. Things are starting to play into what is to come, right? So I'm saying that because it's serious. It's serious. I don't know how people want to hear it. Um, I know for me, I've been seeing like these show the social media posts, and they like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, but they really mean do it, right? So I did the title, seriously, stay put, do not leave where you are, because you got to start discerning of what is said. These things is happening for a reason. I literally was looking. I was just scrolling through YouTube, looking at this one guy, and he was talking about how he keeps up with like weather and earthquakes and volcanoes and things like that. And I'm like, dang, like it's really getting wild out here. It's getting crazy. The sun and stuff like that. The solar flares and stuff, and how pretty much everything is connected in a way, because everything is connected when you start to think about it, right? Everything is yeah, the Most High is in control. That's what you always got to know. The Most High is always in control. So you got to know that when you see these signs, that they obviously given, or the Most High is obviously given the people that can see, the people that is not blind, the people that is not brainwashed. And I'll say people all around the world that's not brainwashed, right? Because there's a thing here on the continent of Africa where people, and I say any continent to be honest, they still want to go to America, right? They just are not at a level of seeing what America is, seeing how America tries to say, hey, or tries to say, we are the greatest, come to America, this and that. And when people start to um, get to America and realize how, how, how expensive America is, they like, man, why did I, do this? That was my dream to get to America. So, um, all praises. Yes, shalom, shalom, family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are tuning in. If you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Someone just said, "Do you know? Is that flamingo? Flamingo? Are you talking about Dar es Salaam? I know flamingo in Dar es Salaam. Yeah, chicken spot. Let me know. Man, I used to go there a lot. But or are you saying like a flamingo at the zoo or something like that? So yeah, but it's very interesting in what's happening right now. And, I hope people. It's just a separation that's happening. Uh, I know all the fires that's happening, all the floods that's happening, and I'm talking about America right now. And even Europe, even China, to be honest, like it's a lot of stuff that's happening above the equator. Um, with a lot of stuff, and people just need to see the signs. Like I just don't know how people are living, what people do on a day to day basis and stuff. I'm pretty sure they are trying to survive and make sure you're good, make sure your family's good and stuff like that. If you have family, so it's like, what is it? What is it that people need to see? I know for me, to be honest, sometimes. So, for example, um, when um, we make a decision, right? And I don't see it planned through, like basically, I need to see something happen to make sure I know this is the decision that we need to make, right? So I'm not sure how people are, you know, dealing with stuff because I don't know if you need to see it before you believe it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Do you need to see certain things to believe it? But for me, it's like, man, yeah, there's signs that's happening where you need to get things together. So all praise to the Most High, guys. Yeah, it's starting to heat up, on all fronts, on all levels, when it comes down to housing. And I'm really talking about, how can I put it? How can I put it? Um, Everything's gonna touch the whole world. Everything's gonna happen throughout the whole world, right? Everything's gonna happen throughout the whole world. But I still believe that there's gonna be places where it's gonna kind to, just be backtracked, just be behind in a way, be in the past in a way. Yeah, shalom, 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 family, Pastor Rick, guys. This is something that I was just thinking about because I'm like, dang, I do go live and stuff, Pastor Rick. All praises to the Most High for him. Um, Pastor Rick, if you can leave the link, um, for the 12 tribes, you can do that. Um, I'm thinking about doing like a live with him so he can express what is going on in the community that he has, that we have together. Uh, this is a blessing. This is an opportunity for a lot of people. So make sure you go check out Pastor Rick's um, YouTube channel. Make sure you check out the website and things like that, to see and to get in community. It's always when you are thinking about moving abroad, right? And I guess I can just talk from experience. When you are thinking about moving abroad, no matter if it's Puerto Rico or something, or Mexico, or you get what I'm saying, Panama or Canada, or Africa, or Asia, no matter where it is, or Europe, I guess I can say, because a lot of people, you know, that's their opinion, whatever you want to do, right? The first thing that you do is start to look for groups. Start to, go into Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, things like that, right? So I would definitely say check out what Pastor Rick is doing. Peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well with you and your household. I know, we was having a conversation and he said, "Man, you trying to keep up with me when it comes to the children and stuff." So yeah, it's great to uh, have you here, Pastor Rick. Um, but yeah, you guys know me. I'm just trying to spread spread the love that I need to for my brothers and sisters and neighbors to be. So it is important to have that community around you. It is important to have like-minded people, mature people around you, mature spirit around you. Like, there's different levels. Some people can say that they believe in the Most High and walk in this walk, but once you really start to be around them, you start to realize, like, okay, there's different levels, right? Um, and it's just awesome to have community around you, right? That's what I know. That's what I know for sure. It's awesome to have community around you. So check out what Pastor Rick is doing. Go ahead, click his page, click his comment. Pastor Rick, if you are still, tuning in, I'm not sure if you are on a device or a TV, try to share the link to what's going on so people can know about Ghana, about Zambia, about Rwanda, because these are good places to get into when it comes to land, when it comes to sustainability and things like that. So, telling you guys, things are uh, moving behind the scenes, but you got to know how to maneuver, right? And I know I did the title about saying, seriously, stay put, you know, do not leave where you are. So I was saying this at the beginning of this live, talking about how I've been seeing people be like, do not, you do not want to invest in WETO because you don't want to gain 225%. You don't want to do that, right? You do not want to invest in this stock because this stock in the last 2 days just went up 400%. You don't want to do that. You don't want to help yourself, right? So I'm like, okay, let me try something different and just say, like, hey, seriously, stay put. Don't leave where you are, right? So I'm saying the opposite. So kind of talking parables. I'm trying to leave you guys some clues like you need to leave. You don't need to stay put. Seriously. Put it like that. I just went backwards. You do need to leave. Do not stay put. Seriously. So I don't know what it is that people need to hear, but I'm here for it. I'm here to tell you it's time to really buckle down and get connected. It's time to, uh, and I'll say this: it's when I say connected, I'm meaning obviously connected to the Most High. You have to be connected to the Most High. That has to be your foundation. You got to understand how to cover your house in the blood of Yahusha, things like that. Cover your children, your wife, and everything like that. If you do have a wife and children, right? But you got to have a foundation for sure. You got to have a foundation, and that's where everything's going to start falling into place. So, yeah, it's heating up on all fronts, on all fronts. So I don't know if you guys heard about the $40 trillion in U.S. debt, and it's not just it is all U.S. debt, right? So when you break it down, there's still like 8 trillion, 9 trillion just within the U.S., right? And then there's still what 30, 32, 31 trillion debt America has to pay for private investors and things like that, like countries, economies, banks, things like that outside of America. So the total will be 40 trillion and it's climbing. It's climbing a lot. So they say 90,000, yeah, $90,000 a second this climbs. So you have to understand like this is going to be a big fall. And just for me as like a investor, as a trader, um I can see how fast things can fall. Sometimes you be in a position, and if you're in the right position, or even if you're not, if that thing falls, so it's basically I always tell my students, I always tell my clients and stuff, hey, just think about when, just say you're getting in a position. There's going to be steps that you got to climb. Step, 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 step. Slow, 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 slow steps to climb, right? And then, so that's the buy side. So when you buying something, there's steps that you got to climb. So that's a little bit harder than an elevator. Will everybody agree? So when it comes down to selling, you take the elevator down. So the elevator is a little bit faster than the steps. So I can see what's happening right now. Um, and I'm just talking about this because this is what I do on a daily and stuff. So I hope everyone can understand me. And yes, I'm still talking in a spiritual lens. You always got to eat the meat, spit out the bones, right? You always gotta, you can drink some milk a little bit to make the meat a little bit softer or something to swallow it. But it's always that I'm always trying to speak spiritual too. So you gotta hear me. Um, you gotta hear what I'm not saying, but I'm saying it at the same time. So yeah, things can fall super fast, right? This debt, everyone's talking about it. Um, this these jobs, a lot of people are um, getting fired in factories and warehouses, or just coming up one day and saying, "Hey, we got to shut down." I don't know what to tell you. We locking the doors. We shutting down. I just saw a video like that. I'm not sure which state, but it was Tyson Foods, Tyson chicken, beef, and stuff like that, right? And it was about, I want to say it was like 2,500, 2,800 people. And I was seeing a video, and it was like a lot of people, like different, you know, uh, cultures, different ethnicities, and things like that, right? And for me, I was in that world like when I was younger. I worked at warehouses, I worked at factories and stuff. So I can understand like, you have your people that you connect with, you got your people that you see every day, you got, everybody's at lunch and things like that. And it's like, man, I can imagine if I was in that position thinking that I got this job for, 10 years and everything's smooth, no matter what the economy's doing, we are still working, I'm still getting a paycheck. And then one day they say, oh, we locked the doors, first shift, second shift, third shift, no more. That's wild. So it's like, man, things are happening at a rapid pace, and people need to understand that it is an emergency. So someone just commented and said, "I would say get out." Yes, of course. I would say get out too. Get out, get out, get out. Make sure you get out. Make sure you are. Yeah, it's something that you got to be serious about. It's something that you got to be serious about. You can't play around. And once you stop playing around, I'm telling you, everything's going to start to line up. Once you take that first step, once you push that um, snowball a little bit, it's just say it's a snowball that you got to push a little bit just to get it over a hill. And once you get over the first couple steps, and you still continue to push that snowball down, you better hold on because it's going down the hill. It's going to be moving super fast, and you're going to have to keep up with it, right? So, um, yeah, all praises to the Most High, guys. All praises. Make sure you like the video if you are just now tuning in. Let me know where everyone tuning in from. Um, I see some people in here. As you guys see, it's morning time here on the island of Mauritius. All praises to the Most High. Um, Yeah, man, I was debating about doing this live and stuff because I was up and then I couldn't go back to sleep, and I'm like, man, I should get up. I just get up, get up, and that's something too where you battle in your head when you know that you got to do something, and then you like no, and then you just like, man, I got to get up, and then you're like no, but that's something that I was battling with this morning. So I know today's going to be a good day. Um, it's always a good day if you're awake. It's always a good day to see. It's always a good day to talk, to smell, to hear. It's always a good day, right? So yeah, it's really getting down to a time where um, I'll say this. Just yeah, yesterday, I went to go to a restaurant to get some food for my wife. And, okay, let me say this because it just popped in my head. Um, let me ask this question. Do people feel like forced of doing things? Like it is the most high forcing you to do something when that you just how I just gave that example of me not wanting to get up, but it's in my head that I gotta get up, but my body's telling me no, but my mind's telling me yes. My body's you. I'm not saying no like R. Kelly or anything like that. I'm just saying like that's real. Like I was just like laying down, my body like oh just go to sleep. You can go back to sleep, but my mind is like get up, get up. You got to do this, get up, and my body's just like oh no, just try to close your eyes. It's still dark outside. You know, wake up when it's light. So I'm saying that because yeah, recently I don't know what it is. The most high okay, all praises. Yeah, the most high how do I do this? Okay, I'm not sure. I like usually if I'm on live I'll be with my wife and you know, we I can do something while she talking, or she can do something while I'm talking. So I don't want to waste you guys' time because it is something that I do have to get off my chest about. Just like I was saying about, let me see this, um, about the Most High forcing you to do something, because it does get down to that, and I see that this chat is not working. It's weird. Yeah, somebody let me know if you guys can hear me. I just saw someone say, like I said, I have my phone, my other phone here, and I'm looking at the chat. I'm trying to type in. I have my phone. Okay, I can hear myself. So, um, I'm trying to type in something, but it's not letting me type it in. Like, what is going on? Technology, huh? But all praise to the Most High, guys. We gonna figure this out. I just don't get this stuff, and I can't even see stop some messages such as potential not be visible. Member and super. Okay, someone. Okay, I was seeing the chats on here, but now I cannot. So I'm not sure what just happened. But it's okay. I still can see the chat. So if you guys are chatting, just you know, if you are just now tuning in, um, let me know where you tuning in from. I can still see the chat and stuff right here. So shalom, shalom to everyone. Um, I see chat won't allow me to drop the link. Peace and blessings. See shalom family from me. Cannot hear. I do not know if it's us or you. Say shalom family. Woo. The world seems to be on a downward trajectory, it seems increasingly like survival of the fittest for Black people. America appears in to be in an especially difficult place right now. So yes, yeah, yeah. Shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are tuning in. Make sure you like the video. Let me know where you tuning in from. Greatly appreciate everyone here that's listening. But yes, sorry about that little. I got sidetracked, but I wanted to kind of say because I think this is very important. It does anyone feel that the Most High is forcing them to do things, right? Like no matter what you try, no matter how you live in every day, especially everything that's going on. So it's different levels. So just how the other day or yesterday, I'm sorry, yesterday I went to get food for my wife and stuff, and it was about like lunchtime. It was about like 2, 1 o'clock. Uh, yeah, yeah. It was because I got back home around like 2:30, 2:45. Um, and me, I listen to my body. I like really try to listen and listen to what my body's telling me, right? So I haven't been eating like breakfast recently. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like a fasting thing that the Most High is forcing me to do, where I don't eat until, to be honest, like lunch or dinner time. So I don't have the will, and maybe it's homeschool time too, so I do be busy. So this is why I'm trying to knock this out because it's about to be 7 a.m. and everybody's about to start waking up and we about to get to work and things like that. But maybe it's something like that where it's like I'm just doing so much right now, where it's like I'm not worried about eating. My body is okay. And when I do eat, like I make sure I'm full, I'm satisfied, and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, that's my example of the Most High is forcing fasting on me, and it is a blessing because fasting is always good. So, if anything, I'm just drinking water, maybe get a cup of tea or something like that. Um, and yeah, someone said we are never forced into anything, are given a choice. The real question is whether. Let me see. Whether we are willing to listen. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, that's a good breakdown. Yeah, you got to listen. So, yeah, so that's what it is. If you are not listening, you're going to be forced to do something. And the Most High grace is just, powerful. So if He's telling me to fast and I'm just like, not really paying attention, and when I really do sit down and realize, okay, maybe He's telling me to fast, maybe I just need to fast, right? That's just what it is, right? So it's a choice that he we have, but at the same time, if you're not choosing right, you're going to be forced to do something. So I feel like that's what's happening all around the world. But we are from America. There's a lot of things happening in America, and that's how I feel with a lot of chosen people, a lot of the Most High's people that is being forced to do something because they are not choosing wisely, right? Um, and this is just my opinion. This is just my experience of I know what the Most High told me. I know what the Most High tells a lot of people I talk to. His spirit tells people, hey, it's time to go. It's time to get things in order. I know you got a life here. I know you got cars. I know you got a house. I know you accumulated all this stuff over the years. Um, but you have to get going. You can sell your house, you can start your business, you can do what you got to do to get out of there. You can make sure that you can open, a business, borrow against it, or a trust or something, things like that to continue to, live abroad and be sustainable. So um, I feel like a lot of things is happening because what's happening in uh, Indiana, that's wow. That is crazy that the power is out. And I know that me and my wife is probably gonna do a video about this today. So just stay tuned. Um, the thing that we recently been doing, and this is me. You guys know me. I like to go come live on here and just speak and talk, and things like that. So yeah, I'm like, babe, we just gotta do videos together and speak truth, speak real, so people can get it, because it's getting serious out here. Sometimes she do her video while I'm doing something. I do my video while she's doing something. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a teamwork thing. But recently, the Most High been telling me togetherness. We have to be together, so people can see that this is journey with us, right? This is something that people need to see. People need to see young married couple with 6 children living abroad, that is that have not went back to America, that is traveling around and being sustainable a couple years at a time. You get what I'm saying? Um, it's not like we have, and I'm gonna correct myself, because we are rich, we are wealthy spiritually, right? We are abundant, but um, physically, we don't got like millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, to be honest. You get what I'm saying? So we are a testimony, and to show people like it's possible. It's really possible. Like, I'm not seeing a lot. I don't see people like us. I see them in America and stuff. If they they might have a business, things going, or they might be working. Or the husband wife might be working and stuff. Big family, everything works out and stuff like that. But this is you got to endure. You got to endure this. You have to endure this, and it really gets down to a foundational principle, to be honest. So yeah, and it's serious. It gets serious, and it's just, how serious are you about being obedient, about the sacrifices that you have to make? You get what I'm saying? Like, it really gets down to that. So real quick, someone said, we need to slow down, quiet our minds, and truly listen to what the Most High is saying. Exactly. Just gotta sometimes just sit. Sometimes I would just go outside, shoes off, bare feet, in the grass, in the dirt, and just listen. Right? I would just listen and see what the Most High is saying, and He does speak. Someone said, "Shalom, shalom, family," and yes, I feel the same way, even with the fasting too. Someone said, "Why you flee? Not only tethers flee." All praises, bro. Yeah. Like I say, if you guys know, I didn't, and that's one thing too. It's not a flee, flee, flee. It's about being obedient. So that's what the Most High put on our heart, put on my heart, put on my wife's heart, mine, and we fasted, we prayed for a couple days, and just the other day we did a video that was funny about how our move abroad. It was at a time where it was difficult, and we made a decision. We fasted, we prayed, we came together, we looked at each other, and was like, all right, on three, what did the Most High tell you? Right? One, two, three. Both of us said yes. Right? And like I say, I'm at a point where if the Most High tell me no, it's a no. So even in that moment where me and my wife was like, one, two, three, if he told me no, I would have said no, right? So it's just about being obedient. It's not about flee this and that and doctrine this, doctrine no. Like, come on, we too old, or we not too old. Let me fix my words. We ain't too old, but We too mature. It's not middle school, it's not high school. We are adults. We if you are a believer, you should have some type of level of wisdom, understanding, discernment, knowing what's going on in this world. So for me, that's why the comment, whoever, why you flee, only the tethers flee. So yeah, if the Most High is telling you to stay, stay, stay put, stay put. If that's what He's telling you, you have to do that. You got to stay put. So I know what He told me. So, um, but yeah, it's a lot of things that's happening right now. Um, and with the power outage in Indiana, um, there's a sister here in Mauritius, and she's from Indiana. We're right here in Ohio, or we're from Ohio. Um, and I know we used to like me and my family, and it's crazy because my wife's family used to do this too. But we used to go to Indianapolis, um, I feel like I said that wrong, but to go to like this big festival. Let me know if you guys know about this big festival. They have like food trucks and everything around, just activities and stuff, and then you can go to like a football game with the black colleges. I think it was like Clark Atlanta and another one, maybe Morehouse or something like that. It was a football game, black colleges that plays together, and we used to do that. We used to do that every summer, um, and it's so crazy that what's happening right now with people dealing with power outages for 7, 8 days now, possibly 9 as I'm talking, is wow. It really brings me back to that's why I say the Most High is probably forcing a lot of people's hand. He's probably telling people what it is, but some people are not listening. So they are going to be in situations where it's going to, it's a growing type of situation. It's something that is going to help you get through it. Um, and that's something that is some powerful right there. So moving abroad, it kind of teaches us that because even, moving to Tanzania first, um, yeah, we had power outages for a couple, like all day, a couple days at a time. The water, we had to learn how to make our own filter water. Um, we had to, uh, well, I'll say me. I learned how to, take care of chickens. I learned how to, eat or chop down a chicken, how to skin it, how to do everything like that. I didn't do it. I saw someone do a goat too, and it's not that hard. Some people they be like, "Oh, I can't look at that. Oh my gosh!" But that's real life. When you start to think about being sustainable, that's real life. You're gonna have to know how to do that. Like say, learning how to garden properly, learning how to build certain things properly, learning more about cars, learning more about motorcycles, learning um, just different things in a way. And that's the experience that comes with moving abroad because yeah, America, it really spoils us. And once you are at that level, you just think that everything is automatic. Eventually, it is, but America is real bad at that. It tells its people, like, you don't really have to worry about anything and it's just automatic, right? But we got to get back to the land. We got to get back to tilling the land. We got to get back to, farming the land, growing your own food, man, especially in America. So I know earlier I was just talking um, about the Tyson food factory shutting down. It was like 2,500, 2,800 people just let go and like just, well, we closing the door. We got to shut down. And my sister, she sent me a video the other day about how these foods are fake. Like, man, people was like bending a whole banana and it wouldn't break. Same thing with the watermelon. Same thing with certain juices. Same thing with meat. This lady bit into some like a steak or something, and it was just string just hanging, like it was spaghetti or something, or like you just made like a good old mac and cheese, and all like you just lift something up and it's just cheese, but it wasn't cheese. You get what I'm saying? It was something that was printed. So I hear it time after time because a lot of people we do talk to that moves abroad, that's here, that is here, our neighbors that we can physically talk to and shake hands with, and they tell us, man, they've been here what, a week, possibly a month, talking about, man, this food, it tastes different. It's different. It's not the same as America. Um, you know, and I'm telling you guys, like, what America's doing behind the scenes, which they've been doing for years now, um, because it's just so expensive, where they just try to shortcut a lot of things. And once you step outside of America and be abroad, you start to realize how things should not be too expensive. Like, really, just like the water here, our water bill is no more than $12, and that's a high bill. Like, we had a leakage the other day, like a pipe was like leaking, and it was giving more water than it should. So the water people came out and said, "Hey, you got to fix this because you're consuming a lot of water." And I'm thinking like, "What? It's just $12. What are you talking? The bill's $12, whatever." But usually, sometimes we get a $0 water bill. Sometimes it's usually, I would say, no more than $5, $7, right? Electricity is a little bit different because it depends if you have a pool and stuff, a filter, and you know children that just leaves all the lights on and stuff like that throughout the day. Um, Electronics and stuff like that, refrigerator, you know, microwave and stuff like that. But the electricity bill no more 120, possibly 150 if you are like running AC and stuff like that. But yeah, I start to realize like things are not that it should not be that expensive. Even the building costs here. So I talked to construction workers, just trying to get a feel of like, okay, if I wanted to build a house, how much is it? And they say, I'll say in Tanzania, um, because we did actually build like our cabin out, but we didn't finish it. We're finishing, well, we're in the process of getting everything together. But um, yeah, that was not expensive. That was like what, cutting down a whole tree uh, with a chainsaw with workers. Um, what was it? With like wooden poles that they cut from a tree, not like buying it from the store. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, really doing it that way. You buy a tree, which is like $25. You cut it down. You got to pay for the labor and stuff like that. People doing everything, and it's not that expensive. The same thing as with like concrete bricks. Um, what's that? That was like 1,000 shillings, which is like no more than like 50 cent, like a dollar. So just say if you needed um 100, or just say like, let me see, just say 1,000 bricks to build something. That's gonna be $1,000, right? And that could be like a big structure, like I'm sitting in right now. So I just start to see how things are just not that expensive, like America makes it. And we see it time after time when even Iran, the Iran war, they showing you, man, we built this drone for $20,000. America builds a drone for about millions of dollars, and it's like, dang, wow, we built this for this amount, and then they built this for that amount. So That's just America for you. That's just America for you. Someone said, let's see. So the Most High told you to tether and flee. Probably a non. Okay. Then tell me why all the people flee to America if it's that bad then. Oh no, no, that is a good question because I did want to touch on that. So I know I was talking about this at the beginning about how there still is like a brainwash type thing that America's the greatest, which it is. I will say yes, America is a great place for opportunities and stuff like that. That's why I say, to be real, people are spoiled and not don't realize how good a lot of people have it in America, right? And you got to stick with me because just being outside of America, you start to realize, man, the opportunities was there, but we grew up in that society and we just didn't know. So, um, yeah, I can understand why people want to go to America because just living out here. So even here in Mauritius, they're starting to build big houses that only me, my family, and possibly people like foreigners' families can live in, right? But the local people, they cannot afford it. They not about to spend no $1,000 rent. They not about to spend, hundreds of dollars in bills and stuff because their average pay, their average hourly rate is probably like $30 um a day or something like that. You get what I'm saying? Maybe 25, 20, I'll say $20 to $35 a day, right? So they working, and still can't afford. They might make 1,200, possibly 2,500 a month. And yeah, it's like that. So I can see why people want to go to America to make sure they can have that opportunity. So I see it. But us coming from America, that's why I say it's all biblical to be honest. Um, it really gets down to the word, the the scriptures, the word, because for us in America, I guess whoever commenting, um, flee, leave. I wouldn't say flee. I would say leave, but just make sure that you got everything under control. Make sure you got your ducks in a row. I don't want to say just leave off your savings. No, you got to make sure that you're making some income. You got to make sure that um, you got a nice cushion because your money will go. Because once you get to a new situation, a new currency, and you do your calculations, $1 equals this amount, right? So you're really not paying attention until you start to see your bank account be like, oh snap, like man, I've been going crazy. I've been eating out. I've been shopping like I just got it all, right? So it is a learning curve that a lot of people has to um, go through. But this is why we are here. This is why we do the programs that we do, like the Mature Adult Intensive. We have the second week of the Mature Adult Intensive this Sunday, which is a blessing. If you guys want to join that, you still can. Um, or maybe not. You might have to wait for the next one. But this intensive is very awesome because there are two wiser ladies that is 82 and 79. The Most High told them to go. They trying to bring their other sisters and family and stuff, but just think 82 and 79 that I'm like, man, I'm taking notes because their experience is going to help me through life, right? But the information that I'm giving them and being truthful and being like intense because it is intense. We ask questions behind the scenes that people really have to uh, go through and listen to be honest. Like, man, that first session, they was like, man, the questions that, I know you gave us the PDF and stuff, but when you asked it, I can't. it's just so hard to answer because I never thought about it like that. I never thought that, you know, the for example, I guess I can say like the emotional map, right? You break down your emotions because it's very emotional. Trust me. Just the other week, I want to say, yeah, about 3 weeks, a month ago, I had a nephew that, you know, got murdered, right? My family calling me, I'm calling my family trying to figure things out. Man, that's tough. That's tough. And it's so crazy because I talked to him. The last time I talked to him, it was like a man to man conversation. And he was trying to heal. He was trying to battle some things. And, for me, I'm always big bro. I'm always little bro. I'm always a teacher and I'm always a student, right? So that was the last conversation I had with him, right? And he really respected me in a way, and it's just like, dang, like that's so crazy, man. Like it's wild. So that's very emotional, right? That's something that you got to deal with. If the Most High told you, this is what you got to do, right? I had an aunt that passed away. I had a cousin that passed away. I had a friend that passed away. So it's just like, man, you really do be going through a lot when you make this move, and it's a choice that you will have to make. Are you being obedient to what the Most High is telling you or not? And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. So, um, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Someone said they extremely desperate. Usually, that's why they go to America. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say desperate because, yeah, once you be outside of America and I guess the country that you go to, you start to, connect with people. You start to really uh, connect with the local culture, the local way of life. And you just be like, dang, how you do it? Like, I can't do that. Like, wow, I don't know how you do it. How do you feed yourself and your family and pay for everything just off this little amount, right? So it is a struggle. Like everybody has struggles. That I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So I wouldn't say it's desperate. It's just they look at America like an opportunity, and it is. But the signs are there where America's just not letting people in unless they got some money, right? I was just looking at, you got to have a $20,000 bond just to get into America, right? Like a lot of African countries, a lot of countries in general, you got to have a 15,000, $20,000 bond just to get in America. So that means that you got to have some type of liquidity, cash on hand when you enter America. And I'm not saying like like physical cash on hand. You can say, hey, I have an asset here, I have a bond here, right? So yeah, that's happening in real time. So yes, they trying to lock people out of America and they are trying to lock people in America. So are you willing to be locked in America? Let me know. Please let me know. Let me know in the comments. Are you willing to be locked in America? Let me know, guys. But yes, shalom, shalom, family. Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are tuning in. Make sure you like the video if you are just now tuning in. Let me know where everyone tuning in from too. So, um, yeah, greatly appreciate it. I feel like this has been a good turnout of the likes and things. 28 likes, 23 people watching right now. So appreciate it, guys. Someone said I'm trying to escape. Yeah, but you gotta be careful with your words of escape. That's why I say like don't say you're trying to escape. Just focus and say I'm being obedient to what the Most High is calling me to do. Because escaping, man, it's something different. Like that's a different feeling, right? That's like you running away, like you're fearful of like I got to escape, right? And that's not the mindset that you should have when you are moving abroad. Your mindset should be serious. It should be focused. It should already have a strategy, already have a plan of what you're going to do. So, yes, I know that we have to leave accordingly. I'll say that. Someone said they from Cali. Okay. Thailand, all praises. Okay. I fear no evil. Yes, 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 of course. Of course. The only fear that you should have is in the most high. Um, but I tell you this, knowledge is very important, wisdom is very important, understanding is very important, strategy is very, very important. Um, and knowing um, or not knowing is very important, and trust and belief, faith basically is very important. I'll say that because yeah, you shouldn't fear nothing. I don't fear. Look, trust me, I took some big people down, and I'll say that because I used to wrestle. I was a wrestling guy in high school. I went to states and stuff like that. You know, the first I broke a school record when I was a freshman in high school, and this is what my second year wrestling. My first year I was like in seventh grade. I didn't take it serious, but my coach is like, "Man, you're good." Like, man, and so I took wrestling serious when I was a senior. But um, yeah, my freshman year I broke a record of having 27 wins, and no freshman had 27 wins. I think the record was 24 wins. Yeah, 24 wins. I had 27 wins, right? So my name, I don't know if my name's still up there or not, but yeah, that's the type of person I was in high school, breaking records, to be honest. Um, even in track, our relay teams would break records. I was right there to almost break the uh, the 400 meter record. Uh, the 400 meter was 48 seconds. I did 49. My coach was trying to push me and stuff. But the point of when I was trying to say is, yeah, I got used to taking big people down because the people that was my size, I was at a lower weight class and stuff, but I couldn't practice with the people that was my size because it wasn't good for me. So I always had to practice with the coaches. I always had to practice with the bigger people to make sure that I'm pushing myself, right? So that's just a little backstory of me always yeah, I had to go to the next level. I always had to be at the next level that I'm thinking that I shouldn't be at, but I had to because I would not grow if I was not at a certain level. So, and that makes sense too, to be honest. But yeah, yeah, that's what it is. So all praises to the Most High, guys. Somebody said from Michigan to Ohio. Yes, I see you switching up, huh? OHIO. Football season about to come up, huh? Yeah, I'm not. I was a big sports fan and stuff, but once I came into this truth, I catch it from time to time, but I don't pay attention to it. It's not like I'm paying for pay-per-view or anything like that to catch anything. So, but yeah, any questions? Any questions? Please let me know. Let me know. What are people's plans? How are people surviving? How how is things where you are? Like whoever would love to type in, comment below and let me know, hey, where I'm at, this is happening. There's a flood that happened and the streets is shut down, the lights is off. What's going on where you guys are? What's going on? What's going on? Let me know. But yeah, if you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you're tuning in from. It's about to be a good day. I know it was raining uh, last night a little bit, but it seems like it's gonna be a good day. Here in Mauritius, it's starting to get hot, so we starting to jump in the pool and stuff like that. And it's just been it's a blessing to have a pool. I tell you that, because that's just a waste of energy that the kids need to do. Because yeah, someone said the weather is awesome where I'm at. Okay, where are you? See, Simo, Simo, I would say. Someone said they from Illinois. Okay, right next door to Ohio. Okay, all praises, guys. Yeah, yeah. Hope all is well with everyone. That's what I'm trying to just figure out. Like, what's going on? I'm live. I'm live reaction. What's going on with everybody? How is everybody living? Like, what's going on? Someone said North Cali. Okay, okay. Yeah, North Cali. The weather is awesome where I'm at, North Cali. Gotcha. But yeah, let's see. I guess I could kind of do a recap. I know we pretty much at this like hour point. So if you are just now tuning in, guys, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you are tuning in from. All praises to the Most High. Hope all is well with everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, but yeah, I started out just saying I know the title. I'm sorry, guys. I'm over here. The title, I was saying seriously, stay put. Do not leave where you are, right? So yeah, I want you to think the opposite because people need to start thinking whatever is said, you might want to think the opposite. So I've been seeing videos saying, hey, you don't want to invest in this because yesterday it just went up 200%. Or you don't want to invest in this. Around this time last year, this went up 500%. So they kind of telling you like, come on, you got to do this, right? So basically, that's the title. What I was trying to get people to do is just think opposite. You wherever you are, you need to understand that you might have to leave. You should not stay put, and it's very serious. Things are getting serious. Um, we see that the U.S. debt clock is climbing. Right, it's 40 trillion. They, of course, they're still saying, yeah, I believe that we can save it. This is happening. Donald Trump is doing this. Donald Trump is doing that. But look, there's no saving America. Look, I know the other day I was telling my wife this. I'm like, man, things are going to get so big. So it is a good opportunity to have an understanding of what's going on, take advantage of what's going on right now in the stock market. And they're giving you clear signs to tell you what's going on, to be honest. Um, and I was like, man, things are just going to climb up so much, right? And I'm talking about the stocks and stuff like that, AI and technology, and just a gem for whoever's listening, whoever is an investor. The next wave is going to be, I'm turning around for this. I'm gonna let you know. So the next wave that you should be looking into, and this is what I'm gonna be breaking down in my Telegram. I'm gonna be going live every single day in my Telegram and let people know that the next things to invest in. And it's gonna sound crazy, guys. It's gonna sound crazy, but take your emotions out of it. Take your emotions out of it. So um, it's gonna be magnets. That's one. Okay. Let's see. The next one is going to be robotics. That's two. So yeah, I'm talking about robots. Yes, I'm talking about robots and stuff like that, and magnets and everything that goes with robots. Yes, I'm talking about robots. Like just how we are human, just say I was a personal trainer, and I'm just gonna kind of break this down real quick, and I'm gonna give you another one too. Um, just how we are humans, just how we can do this, right? With our head, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? We can lift our arm up. We can do this with our arm and everything, right? So our body has ligaments and everything like that, right? So these little parts right here, and or these little parts right here in a robot to allow the robot to go like this, those are the companies that's going to be the next wave. It's probably going to be cheap stock. You know, the things that um, allow you to do this. These little parts right here in the robot to allow you to do that. Those are the companies that you need to start looking into. Um, and this is what I'll be breaking down. It's not too much. My thing is, I was just saying this yesterday with a couple of people that joined me um, about how you need to start thinking about buying whole shares and not fraction shares. So, like Apple is $300, right? If you got $900, go ahead, buy 3 shares, right? But there are stocks out here. There are things that you can invest in that is less than $10. That might be $18, right? And you can buy multiple shares of it. And that's how you're gonna gain, more and more. But yeah, robots, they building robots as we see. AI, you got to be careful with. We just don't know. Um, the next thing, okay, you guys ready for the next one? The next one is space. Yeah, I said it, space. Take your emotions out of it. Take your emotions out of it. I know, guys. Look, talking about robots, talking about space, talking about magnets. So we're getting look, hey, get it while it's good and get out when you can. I'll tell you that. And of course, I always say we need to start thinking about oil for sure because it's a lot of stuff that's about to be, as we know, the strait is not open. We don't know who uh, runs the strait, or I'm pretty sure you guys know who runs the strait, right? But Donald Trump, he said the U.S. controls the strait, but no, Iran controls it. So oil, that might be a good buy. What else? Gold, of course. Gold, silver, copper. Um, what else? Crypto is starting to make a little run. I'll say wait for a pullback. And then you better load up. Load up on XLM. Load up on XRP. Load up on ADA. Load up on Solana. Bitcoin, just follow Bitcoin. Don't, I mean, if you got it like that, but that's still fractions that you're going to be invested in, right? That's why I say these smaller coins, you could get a lot of profit. So, yeah, guys, I can talk about this all day. I wish I had a chart and I'd break it down with you, but I am on my phone right now. But I do break this down in my Telegram. Um, you know, I do break this down. I just try to get people to have a foundation of investing, of yeah, like you gotta start somewhere. Just break it down. Like my son and daughter starting to read the crash courses that I just recently created. Um and they're getting it. They're starting to ask me more and more questions about certain things and how news and politics and economies and banks and everything that's happening around the world is connected, right? So out if anyone, I would tell people get a foundation of investing. And it's not that hard, especially if you have someone that is like myself that really wants to spread this knowledge, that really wants to help people build and go to the next level and have experience in the things that you need to really help people fish. That's my biggest thing. I just want to help people fish. So that's it. So I see someone said, yes, I have to be obedient. Simo said, I'm keeping my SpaceX. When did you invest in SpaceX? Please let me know. What price did you invest in SpaceX? Because SpaceX, you know, take your emotions out, guys. Take your emotions out. That was a run when it first came on the market and stuff like that. And they are releasing more and more shares to the public market. Yeah, this month. Yeah, these last couple weeks. So that's why the price is, pumping up and stuff. So little things like that, you start to get in tune. You start to realize that, um, yeah. So you just do your research, and good thing that you got me because I do the research. I do the research, right? This is every day. So right after this, I'm gonna get on charts. I'm gonna be on my phone looking at certain things. Okay, he said 130, or she or let me see. Yeah, he said 130 per share. Okay, that's not bad for sure, for sure. I was thinking that, yeah, that thing shot up, shot down, and then yeah, you could have got a nice little gain. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Look, I'm not about to be on here all morning. Thing is about 7:30 here, so the sun is up as you guys see. The birds are chirping. Might have to go to the store when the store open in about 30 minutes. Try to get some good baguette, some fresh baguette, things like that. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you like the video. Check the links in the description. We do have the state of the diaspora this Sunday to talk about certain countries that consultants, service-based business will thrive in, um, and certain and what like what which businesses that is not going to go away, right? Which businesses that you have to implement AI with, right? That you can use AI as a tool and still have your business, right? Because every time we talk to people that moves abroad, they want to have some income, and this is what we always say. This is what I always tell you. Hey, you don't want to just move abroad off savings. Even if you sold your house and you got hundreds of thousands of dollars from your house, because we have clients like that, but they still want to make income. They still want to build their business. They still want to be sustainable. And this is what we breaking it down in the state of diaspora. There's a group also. So we got about 12 people in there already. This is our third time doing it. Um, and yeah, we leave messages for everybody. I know I try to just leave a message in there. Um, I try to do it every day, but I've been slipping. Um, also, I say every week, just a motivational message of um, what's going on. Actually, I will play it for you guys. I play the message just so you can get a taste of how we be rocking in the group. Let me see. Okay, you guys ready? I'm gonna play the message so you guys can hear behind the scenes. Hey, shalom, shalom, family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are listening to this message. I haven't sent the message in the group in a little bit, but I'm just being transparent. Sometimes we talk about consistency, discipline, and doing what we said we were going to do. Get what I'm saying? But life happens, and we fall off a bit. But I'm saying that because I'm also talking to myself. So I have things that I said I was going to do, and I haven't followed through on yet. But falling, it's like it doesn't mean that it's over. So you can't beat yourself up over the things that you said that you was going to do and then you didn't do. So I'm sending this message because the next level isn't about going backwards, or staying stuck in what you are dwelling in and saying like, hey, I didn't do it and I kind of give up. You can't give up. You know, you have to execute. You got to make the call. You gotta send a message, you gotta follow up, you gotta, do what you said you were gonna do. So this is the point of the State of Diaspora Business Edition, to kind of keep each other accountable and what they said that they were going to do, because we are in a time right now where we have to have a accountability partners so we can, stay up to date. So, I just want people to respond to this message. Let me know what's going on with you guys. Let me know what's going on. I know a couple of people we talked to on the side and stuff. They actually are doing what they are doing. They said that they was going to do it, and they did it. They executed, and it's exciting to see it. But there's a lot of people in the group here that signed up for this, and our main thing is to motivate people, to get people to be consistent with what they said. So, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving forward. Little steps, one step at a time. You're going to be okay. So, all praise to the Most High, guys. I hope everyone is well today. Make sure that you are taking that first step. So even if you step and then you stop, continue to step. So all praises, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Are taking that first step. So yeah, guys, that was a message in a way. Make sure you take that first step. Make sure you take that first step, because are you doing what you said that you was going to do yesterday? Are you doing what you said you was going to do a week ago? So that's something that, we hold each other accountable. People that join, trust me, the last Say Diaspora, we was on the phone for like 2 hours, to be honest. She was asking questions about everything. And it's just good that, I have the patience for that. But yeah, it's just a blessing when people say that they're going to do something, then they do it. So the resources are behind the scenes, but you just have to be serious. People just have to be serious when it comes down to it. And the only people that's going to be serious most of the time is the people that's going to pay. So it's not like, trust me, I think I got a call today with someone, but she hasn't paid. She's saying, "Oh, confirm this, confirm that." It's like you trying, can't get everything for free, like for real. Especially you got 6, 7, 8 mouths to feed, right? But just little things like that. The people that's serious, they gonna do it. They just gonna do it. That's just what it is. That's what I've been new. What I'm learning to this day. The people that's gonna do it, they gonna pay and do it. So yeah, did you do what you said you was gonna do yesterday? If not, you still got today. You are still able to. You are walking, you are talking, you are able, you are feeling, you are seeing, hearing. You are, yeah, you are special. You are chosen. You are um someone that can do it. You are knowledgeable, you are great. Um yeah, it's just time. It's really time to get serious. It's really time to understand the times that we are in. It's happening fast. I'm not sure if anyone felt this too, but these last 7 months, it moves so fast. But this month of August, it seemed like it's so slow. I don't know. Maybe because me and like my household has been going through something spiritually in a way, but um, yeah, August been moving slow. To be honest, I don't know what it is. I would think that about time is it's already October. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the video. If you are just now tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. And yeah, check the links in the description, our website. You can always go to the tab where it says home, services, resources, things like that, one on one consultations. Check those out. Check the one that said investing under services, because if you want the crash courses when it comes to investing, I would say get it, because that's the foundation that you will have to have. Like it's starting to, man, take advantage of this. It's opportunities out here that 224, 230% in a day, depending on what you invest, depending on how many shares you buy and stuff like that. So Yeah, get behind the scenes. So yeah, get behind the scenes, guys. So all praises. I will be talking to you guys in the next one. Hope all is well with you. Good night, or good morning. So talk to you guys soon. Shalom, shalom.